Hello and welcome everybody to Demon Grin Gaming. Thank you for tuning in and enjoy. Today we'll be playing Long Dark, a winter survival game set in Canadian's northern wilderness. When I started playing Long Dark, I found out real quick that it was really hard. So today I'll be playing on Voyager. Voyager is their normal setting. Resources aren't incredibly hard to find. The animals will attack unprovoked. So I'll be doing that. Recording day one today. Dropped in a random location. And we're going to try to find food, water, shelter, fire, tools, anything I need to survive. Alright, let's talk about the HUD. Down the left hand corner, you'll see 4 stats. First stat would be your temperature. Every time you're outside, and even in some buildings, your temperature will drop. You can combat this by putting on warmer clothing, standing near a fire, drinking warm liquids. If it falls below a certain point, you'll start to freeze to death, develop hypothermia, frostbite. Not good. The second stat would be your fatigue. Now, fatigue just measures the amount of distance you can move, whether it be walking or running, from one location to another. If that runs out, you get tired, fall asleep. If this happens outside, the cold will take effect while you're sleeping. You will freeze. Not good. The next two, the thirst and the hunger. Gonna want to find water. Gonna want to find food. There's meat, there's vegetables. You can cook certain foods. There's fish. You can also find processed foods and processed drinks all over the island. Lichen or lichen. You can use these to make antibacterial bandages to help fight off infection in open wounds. As I come across these other natural medicinal resources, I will give a brief explanation of what they do, how to prepare them. The bar below is your overall health, and many things will affect this. If you're too cold, hungry, thirsty, whether or not you take a big fall, get attacked by an animal, fall through the ice. We'll take a look in this hunter stand and see if it's got anything for us. Alright, an arrow. Antibiotics, which are good for fighting off parasites. A whetstone, a rifle round, and a newsprint. Newsprints are good for starting fires. Not bad. And we also found some cedar firewood. So the fire situation is looking okay. Down in the right hand corner, you'll see another meter pop up. That's your stamina meter. Once that runs out, you can't run anymore. You have to walk. Try to keep some of that on reserve just in case you run into a wolf, or a bear, or a moose, and you need to haul ass out of there. See, I've let my stamina meter run down to 0, and I can't run anymore until it fills up again. It doesn't take very long to fill back up, but it'll be a lot longer being chased by a wolf, that's for sure. you have it. First indoor shelter. Let's go see what it has inside. Hopefully it has some water, food, maybe some better clothes. These Polaroids you can find around the map will reveal locations. If you go to these locations, you get a collectible. Sometimes there are some supplies at the Polaroid location in the picture. So we just need to find the location that matches the image in the Polaroid. As you can see, indicated by the status page that popped up before I entered the building, and from the exclamation point next to my health bar, I am at risk for hypothermia. All I have to do is stay inside, keep my temperature rising, and that will be removed. And there you have it. No more hypothermia. Vest. Orange soda. Can opener. Bandage. Sometimes you can search these corpses. They might have some items on them. They usually have items around them. The quick wheel. Quick wheel will allow you to access items without having to go through your menu. The books you can pick up, there are certain ones that will help your skills develop, but the other ones you need for fuel, for fire. In order to knock down some of the furniture, you're going to need tools to hatch it. You can grab newspapers, cut up cardboard boxes with tinder plugs. Alright, let's head outside and start a fire. You can find these corpses outside as well, along with animal remains. They're usually found by following the sound of crows. You can see the crows circling overhead. So take a walk over and see what they are circling. Alright, we're going to build a fire. Using our quick menu, go to the camping section. Pick your campfire. We'll start this fire using wood matches, tinder plug, a book, and a can of accelerant. Depending on the components you use, the fire will have a higher or lower chance to start. Everything you use for fuel has its own burn rate. It'll tell you how many minutes you have if you place one of those items into the fire up in the upper left-hand corner. Placing a can or a pot next to a fire in a specified cooking slot, you can then fill that with water and make your own water by melting the snow. Now, it does take some time to cook items. You can either choose to skip the time or use that time to do other things like harvesting clothing for cloth, or repairing items, or trying to plan your next move, checking your surroundings. Melting snow into drinkable water happens two parts. You have to melt the snow and then you have to purify that water. So whatever time it gives you for the cooking, you're going to have to double that. If you select the item that's cooking, it will give the option to skip that time. I'm just double checking before it gets too dark to look, see if I missed any items. Oh, wood matches. Stones can be used to knock out rabbits. If you get lucky, they can distract wolves or scare wolves off to kill, allowing you to go and gather some meat. Survival barrel, an MRE, and a candy. Nice score. Broken arrows you could pick up, harvest the arrowheads, feathers off of them, and use them to make new arrows. I try and put out videos every day. Comment on them if you want to see a certain video game, adding anything into the videos, taking anything out. You guys let me know. I'll do my best to accommodate. If you're enjoying the video, drop a like. Or check out my channel for more video game content. And again, thanks for watching. Check out these trailers, hopefully find some more clothes, food, resources, possibly some tools, weapons, and bunk up for the night. Alright, some more food. Some clothes. There we go. First tool of the game. Hatchet is not a bad find at all. Now to trailer number 2. Trailer number 2. Not bad. Some flares, some clothes, some soda. And a coffee. Coffee's good. It'll warm you up. It'll stop your fatigue for a good amount of time. And it gives you some hydration. And I believe it gives you some calories too. Alright, we're going to check out this destroyed cabin. Usually there's stoves inside of them. Maybe a cooking pot, maybe a knife. We'll see. We're going to take this coal and survey the local area. What that does is reveals on the mini-map the world that you can see from your location. We also found some rose hips. Rose hips are another one of those natural medicines that you can find around the islands. I know you boil it into a tea, but I don't remember the effects it gives you or what it cures. Alright, trailer number 3. Let's head on in and see what we find. Reclaimed wood you get from dismantling chairs, tables, shelves. You can use it for fuel, for fire, or you can also craft with it. There are items that you can craft using this reclaimed wood. Found some more food, more clothes. Quality tools, nice for fixing mechanical items, can openers, pry bars, insulated boots. Awesome, awesome find. Glad I searched these trailers. I'm going to spend the rest of this time sharpening tools, harvesting clothes I don't need, and just basically getting everything ready for the next day on the long dark. And I will see you guys then. Thank you very much for watching the video, and we'll see you next time.